What's going on, people? Back with a bang. This is the Money Management, back to bring you guys another video today. So we'll do a brief recap of this past trading week, which was a 4-day trading week, and then we'll look into the stocks I'm watching for next week, which is also a 4-day trading week. Now, before we do that, please do me a favor, guys, and drop a thumbs up on this video, show your appreciation. Make sure you comment, let me know your thoughts, subscribe if you're new around here, and of course, share these videos with your friends. So to start off this video, let's have a brief look at this past week, how trading went, and then we can get into the charts that I'm looking at for next week. So right now I'm on CNBC, and just to give you guys a brief breakdown of why I'm on CNBC is you will see some headlines here day to day, letting you guys know kind of what's happening in and around the markets, what's happening in the economy, what affects the markets. So for example, here you see want to play soaring gold prices, so expectations on stocks which could rise by at least 20%. Also, we had the non-farm payroll which came out yesterday, and also we had job numbers. So here we go. US job growth totals 236,000 in March. Near expectations as hiring pace slows. And of course, again, here you see S&P 500 futures and treasury yields gain on Friday as March labor report shows resilient economy. That is also good news for the markets. So anyway, like I said, you can kind of just jump in onto websites like CNBC or Yahoo Finance and see what's happening overall. Here's another one which I would like to look at. Chip stocks log their best quarter since 2020. Why is this important? Well, obviously because I look at a lot of chip stocks. Micron, ticker symbol MU. Nvidia, ticker symbol NVDA. Advanced Micro Devices, ticker symbol AMD. QQQ obviously is affected by all these. What that means is, as you can see, the chip stocks have been on a good run. So from the title of this article, you can see what it means could be happening next with the sector and how these could drop off going forward, which is something I've mentioned. So anyway, let's just jump into TradingView, have a look at some charts, show you guys what I traded this week. Ironically, I did trade both AMD and Nvidia, both from the chip sector, and also QQQ. So first, let's look at AMD because that was my first play of the week. It was a swing trade, a stock that I shouted out in the Discord, and as I called it out, I took the AMD $98 calls. So if we look at the hourly chart, so I can kind of see just what I did Monday, you can see what happened. So here's Monday. It was at $95. I took the $98 calls as a swing member. By the next morning, Tuesday, kind of spiked up at open to around 97.30, which is when, well, somewhere around there we took profit because we were up about 50%. And then we moved on. Now, what I could have done also was look at the put swings to the downside, because if you look at the 4-hour chart, Tuesday, you could see it was kind of struggling to break above the moving average, and the moving average was crossing down. I could have looked at the puts there, but instead I just took my money with the 50% return on AMD calls and then moved on. Again, you could see here, it was actually a pretty strong indication of a downtrend expected to happen, but hey, I didn't play it to the downside. What I did play to the downside was Tesla. Tesla, I took $185 puts, and as you can see, that pretty much paid off very well. So I got in around 190. Let's check a better time frame for you. Let's check it all the way on the 15-minute. So here we are on the 15-minute chart. So for Tesla, Wednesday I took the $185 puts. It was a pretty simple trade. Tesla got rejected at the moving averages. If you look at the 15-minute chart, if you look at the 5-minute chart as well, you can see this Wednesday. And this trade was excellent because within, I think, 15 minutes I got into the trade, called it out in the Discord. Crazy doji here. And it started downtrending. Before you knew it, the puts were in the money. And this was easily the play of the week. Crazy chart here. This is the kind of chart I like. When it's really paying close attention to the moving average and the price is getting rejected at the moving average, it's pretty easy to make money. So here I took about 132% return. Shout out to everyone in the Discord who took that trade as well. I saw you guys eating, so that's what I like to see when we call out trades. Now, one thing I did want to highlight is when it comes to trading, right? Nobody ever knows what's going to happen. It's not guaranteed. But again, with this one, I just looked at the charts, looked at the 5-minute, 15-minute, and then it did exactly what we needed to do. It dropped $6 or $7 within a couple hours. And again, people in Discord are making 200%, 150% off the call out. That is exactly what I like to see. Now, again, just like I mentioned, QQQ, another stock I trade often. So with this one, yesterday I had a crazy day. Shout out Shonoff. Crazy calls if you were one of those who played it. At the beginning of the day, I looked and I thought this is due for a down day as it just dropped to open, dumped to open, sold off. I thought last trading day of the week, a lot of things are going to sell off. Before you knew it, back-to-back green candles on 15-minute. Look at the 5-minute as well. Kind of just bottomed out at the 5-minute and then started uptrending from nowhere. 5 strong green candles and then it was just go from there. So again, shout out those in the Discord who saw this, who picked up on this. You made your money. So it was a good week, pretty strong week overall, just in regards to the call outs and in regards to what people were trading in the group. But now let's start looking over to next week. So XLE, the energy sector. This is the first one I want to put out there for you guys. One sector I like to trade a lot, one sector which I think a lot of people should look towards, energy. So here we are. We gapped up a few days ago, and now we're sitting at a price point where it looks like it's due a little bit of a pullback. So it's a bit overextended. Also, you can see from an indicator down here that it's kind of pulling on back, and it's expected to, I expected to pull back a little bit more to maybe around 83.70. Check the 4-hour chart, similar story. It's due a little bit of a pullback. It seems to have closed below the moving average, and I think it's going to pull back a little bit more before we start seeing the uptrend again. Once it has finished uptrending, we could then start to look at the push up. Now let's jump over to the Chinese sector, Alibaba, ticker symbol BABA. Here we are, guys. 4-hour chart shows us we've broken above the $100 level. We might be due a little bit of a pullback, but I don't think we're breaking back below $100 just yet. And if we do not break back below $100, could be go time. Could be looking to flag a bit on the daily chart. Again, that critical green line, if we can hold above that, push up to the $110 level, that's my next expectation. So Alibaba calls are on watch. I just need to be careful because, again, it did close above the green, but it can just close back below again. It can start downtrending again. Remember, nothing is guaranteed. Next up, I want to look at Tesla. Why? Because this is downtrending. Moving averages crossed over. RSI showing the downtrend. Also, the fact that the stock closed below the moving averages here, and then even though it had a good day or a decent day yesterday, it still looks to be on the downtrend. It's pretty clearly bearish, right? If you check the 4-hour chart, it's below the moving averages now, all 3 moving averages, very bearish sign. Check the hourly chart, similar story. Just looks like it's on a downtrend right now. What you want to see is a Tesla push up and then a breakdown. Micron, as I mentioned earlier as well, another one from the chip sector. It's at a critical level right now. On the 1-hour chart, it's hanging around the moving averages. It's pulled back a little bit. 4-hour chart, it's in between the moving averages. Could be ready to break down, could also be ready to start pushing up. Daily chart, again, could get rejected here at the moving averages, but if it breaks, we could be back on our way to $63, $64. That's what I'm looking at for Micron. I want to see how it plays out. This one is going to have to be patient with and then see what it does. Let's check the S&P 500 ETF now, SPY. So we're at 409, right? As I mentioned in last week's video, 415 is the first price target to the upside. If we can hold at this level where we are right now, we could be looking good for the calls. Again, 4-hour chart, you can see the same thing. Looks to have just cupped there and look like we're ready to push for this week's highs at 412. And then if we beat the previous highs of this week, we could be seeing 415 sooner rather than later. Once we break 415, then we can move on to the next targets, or 418, let's say, and then 420 and beyond, no pun intended. Now I'll go back to ExxonMobil because this is a stock from the energy sector. I think this pulls back this week. I think it pulls back a couple dollars before it pushes up. It is overextended. Again, just like Nvidia, AMD, QQQ were in this trading week, Exxon is a bit overextended for next trading week. So expect the pullback before we see higher movements. Again, just check 1 hour, check 4 hour. See, 1 hour is indicating it's bearish now or showing some bearish signs. 4 hour is showing that, again, it's just broken below the 9-day moving average. We could be ready for a drop down, maybe to the 21, and then who knows if we'll push up again, but I do expect to push up. Now let me check out Netflix for you guys. It was a crazy week for Netflix as well. Let me show you. if you look at the daily chart for Netflix, it started the week hot, coming out of the blocks, boom, up to 350. Then, before you knew it, drops 10 points, just like that. Again, weird close yesterday. Long red candle. Netflix at another critical point in the 4-hour chart, in between the moving averages here. Hourly chart, just getting rejected by the moving average. Keep that on your radar. I'm thinking this is put play, put territory. It's hanging above the moving averages daily. It's just hanging by a thread. Closed below, but it's hanging by actually no, sorry, it didn't close below. It closed just above, but it's hanging by a thread. Lowest points yesterday were below the moving averages. So it looks like it's put territory. If you see from previous patterns, push up, downtrend, push up. It looks like it's curling back over to the downside. Here we see the curl over. Okay, so Netflix puts her on watch as well. So that's mainly it, guys. As it's the weekend, let me just lastly look at Coinbase. Oops. Why am I looking at Coinbase? Because crypto has been on a funny run this week. You saw the Dogecoin news, or when Twitter changed their icon to Dogecoin, and Dogecoin pushed up fast right at the end of March. Now we're at a point where Coinbase has been on a downtrend. It looks like it's bearish. It's pretty clearly bearish. And again, whenever you look at Coinbase, you want to look at the crypto sector and check out Bitcoin, maybe also Ethereum, just to get a bit of an idea what's happening. So Bitcoin at 28K right now, but seems to be on a downtrend after a nice little run yesterday. Again, this is the hourly chart, so crypto is still live in the weekend, right? If you want to get a better perspective, check out the daily chart. Had a nice run, might be due for a little bit of a pullback, but it's seen like it's just ranging in this channel from about 29K to 27K, just staying in that channel. Again, we're at 28K right now, just kind of staying in that channel. So it could be consolidating for a push higher, or it could be just slowly breaking down. Either way, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. As always, make sure you guys check out the different links in the description. We have the stock option starter pack. That is 10 videos for you. You have access to those for life. It teaches you about how I trade, teaches you how I went from 3K to over 75K in just 3 months. It also teaches you how to manage your risk and reward ratio. Also, make sure you guys check out the Discord. Come check out the Royal Trading Academy. That is a great trading academy where we do the call outs, the breakdowns, live trading. We discuss stocks. We do all that kind of stuff. Check it out. And then, of course, check out my social media, my TikTok, my Instagram, and my Twitter, all the same tag at The Wealth Prince. So come check me out on there. As I've mentioned before, guys, make sure you use your resources. Make sure you're reading into news. The technical analysis is just as important as the fundamental analysis. So make sure you use both of those. And as I've always said, guys, make sure you drop a thumbs up, show some love. It does help me with the algorithm. It also shows me your appreciation for the videos and the time I take to make these videos. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Make sure you guys enjoy your weekend. Have a great weekend. Happy Easter to you all. I go into making, you go into making. See you guys next time for another video. Peace. Game over.